this is really personal and it's kind of hard to talk about. All fat people are lazy. And that is a hasty generalization because all fat people are not all lazy. You know, society says that fat is ugly. Therefore, people who are fat are lazy because they won't do anything about it. Society says that I'm fat. But I'm also a professional dancer. And I'm only 23 years old, but I've had a pretty successful career so far. I've danced in the Super Bowl halftime performance twice. I've choreographed for the off-Broadway version of Chicago. And I've danced in the New Year's Day parade in Paris twice. Now, I didn't get to that point in my career because I was lazy. And, you know, last year, the guy that I was dating, we broke up because it wasn't working out. We broke up, life went on. It wasn't a big deal. But people said all kinds of things, like, she gained so much weight, because that was around the time where I did start gaining weight. She gained so much weight because she was so depressed. You know, she was so sad, she just couldn't stop eating. I've heard it all. I've heard every kind of excuse that people gave me as to why I gained weight. And it's funny because none of them are true. Right before him and I broke up, I was also diagnosed with Crohn's. And I was prescribed medication that made me gain weight. And there were times where I was very upset and I felt very bad for myself. How could this happen? You know, why did I lose this amazing, you know, ripped dancer's body that I had? And it was awful. I hated it. I hated myself for a long time. But life went on. I didn't die from it. And I'm thankful for that every single day. And if there is a God, he gave me Crohn's for a reason. I don't know what that reason is right now. I couldn't even begin to understand why I have this, why I live with this every day, but I do. And, you know, that's just my story. One of my best friends who dances with me professionally in Los Angeles, I see her every summer. We take classes, we teach classes to the country's best dancers. And, you know, she is heavier, but she is also the most beautiful dancer I've ever seen. She's made me cry on several occasions just by the way her body moves and the way that she interprets music. And it's definitely an amazing experience just to watch her dance. And, you know, she didn't get people to cry just by her dancing because she was lazy. You know, this girl, she is in the studio more than I am, and that's a lot, you know, 20, 30, 40 hours a week, dancing, teaching classes. It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard job. And we are so quick to judge people on something, you know, like weight. Something as trivial as weight. It's ridiculous. And, you know, you don't know their story, and you never will unless they tell you. And now you know my story. So society tells me that I'm fat, but my mirror tells me that I am beautiful.